boys get to have all the fun. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 murderous women in film.
Mr. Bond, the pleasure will be all mine.
For this list, we've picked the most bone-chilling, psychotic female killers in film, who kill at the slightest provocation or just to get what they want.
When your baby's hungry, it's my breast that feeds him.
While Jennifer and the bride are definitely lethal ladies, we've excluded them both. Why? Well, Jen's possessed by a demon, so it's not her fault, and Ms. Kiddo only goes after those who've wronged her. And remember, if you didn't see a killer queen you thought should be on the list, be sure to check out our top 10 sexy female movie villains list for another dose of murderous mamas. And we should mention there are a few spoilers ahead, so spoiler alert. Number 10. Mrs. Tredoni, Alice, Sweet Alice.
Alice, where are you?
We were tempted to add 12-year-old Alice to our list because even though she's a tween, we still wouldn't want to mess with her.
Didn't I tell you never to follow me? Where's my dog?
However, this film's true killer isn't Alice, but one of the elders in her life, Mrs. Tredoni.
Don't you see? He waited until then to teach me that children pay for the sins of their parents. And then I was sent here to look after father, not you.
With moral purity as her motive, this old housekeeper brutally murders church-going kids, stabs unsuspecting passers-by, and throws folks out windows, while allowing her crimes to be pinned on the troubled young Alice.
It was Alice! It was Alice!
But the worst part? The yellow trench coat and translucent mask she wears as her signature outfit. Mega creepy. Number 9. Asami Yamazaki, Audition. The young Asami is beautiful and mysterious as she auditions for the role of wife to a middle-aged widower. That's enough to get her a callback, and soon enough she beguiles the man, despite the fact that her past doesn't check out. Before long, though, her possessive nature rears its ugly head, but by that time, it's too late.
あなたはもう動けない。体は死ぬけど、神経だけは起こしておいてあげます。そうすると皮膚が敏感になって痛みや苦しみがきちんと味わえるの。
Asami begins a rampage against her beloved and his son, resulting in grisly torture. Graphic, stark, and brutal, Asami is utterly unsettling.
言葉なんか嘘だけど、痛みだけは信じれるもの。
Number 8. Bellatrix Lestrange, the Harry Potter franchise.
Itchy? Bitty? Baby. Potter.
Bellatrix is one of the most fiendish women on our list. As a follower of the dark arts and one of Lord Voldemort's most loyal Death Eaters, she showcases an almost hysterical dedication to her master.
Why did Voldemort need me to come and get this?
You dare speak his name?
You filthy half-blood!
Causing trouble for Harry and his friends is in her blood, as Bellatrix is the aunt of Potter nemesis Draco Malfoy. But this witchy woman doesn't confine her crimes to Hogwarts students. She'll torture, maim, or kill anything that crosses her path, even a defenseless house elf. Number 7. Mrs. Mott, also known as Peyton Flanders, the hand that rocks the cradle.
The hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world.
Peyton looks like your average all-American sweetheart, but in reality, she's a scorned widow out to exact revenge on those who accused her husband of wrongdoing, stripped her of his fortunes, and caused her miscarriage.
I firmly believe what goes around comes around.
Whether she's trying to turn everyone against each other, breastfeeding another woman's baby, or setting up murderous traps, this is one movie mad woman who's capable of anything.
When your husband makes love to you, it's my face he sees.
Calculating and conniving, she's willing to play the long game in order to ruin the lives of an unsuspecting family.
Peyton, if something happens to my mommy,
you take care of me? Of course I would. And your daddy, too. I'd take care of all of you.
Number 6. Mrs. Pamela Voorhees, Friday the 13th.
How are you? Well, I'm Mrs. Voorhees, an old friend of the Christies.
A mother will always protect her own. She might even kill.
I am Jason.
Mrs. Voorhees does just that for Jason, her son who drowned at Camp Crystal Lake while the counselors were busy canoodling.
Jason should have been watched every minute. He wasn't a very good swimmer.
Before the camp reopens 21 years later, she takes it upon herself to kill the teens at the camp in memory of her offspring. She's twisted and unstoppable with a Bowie knife as she plays out her revenge fantasy on the innocent and unsuspecting.
You never paid any attention. Look what you did to him. Look what you did to him.
Number 5. Annie Wilkes, Misery.
You murdered my misery!
Annie!
Obsessed only begins to describe Annie's fascination with author Paul Sheldon.
Nobody knows you're here. And you better hope nothing happens to me. Because if I die, you die.
Annie is one of the most complex movie villainesses, as she goes from well-meaning superfan to crazed kidnapper in the blink of an eye.
I know you've been out.
What?
Is this what you're looking for?
After he's injured in a car crash, Annie nurses Paul back to health, sorta, at her isolated, snowed-in cottage. When she's not busy feeding him soup, killing meddling cops, or teaching him a lesson.
It's for the best.
Annie, please!
Annie's forcing Mr. Man to write her favorite book character back to life.
Oh, Misery's alive! Misery's alive! Oh, it's so romantic! Oh, this whole house is gonna be filled with romance. I'm gonna put on my Liberace records.
Number 4. Carrie White, Carrie.
Creepy Carrie! Creepy Carrie!
Unlike the other women on our list, Carrie is the definition of repressed.
Come to your closet and pray, ask to be forgiven.
Her mother stifles her with religion, and she knows nothing about the world or even her own body. She's the perfect victim for the majority of the film, but when the kids at school push her too far, she releases the full force of her telekinetic powers. Carrie's thirst for vengeance comes on quickly and is so overpowering and destructive, she completely destroys the prom and kills everyone. But you know what? It's totally justified.
These are godless times, Mrs. Snell. I'll drink to that.
Number 3. Catherine Tramell, Basic Instinct.
Did you kill Mr. Boz, Miss Tramell?
I'd have to be pretty stupid to write a book about killing and then kill somebody the way I described it in my book. I'd be announcing myself as the killer. I'm not stupid.
Sexy, bold, and psychotic, Catherine isn't someone you'd want as an enemy. When she's accused of a rock star's murder, she decides to play a cat and mouse game with a detective investigating her case.
What's your new book about?
A detective. He falls for the wrong woman.
What happens?
She kills him.
And as more and more details are revealed, we find out Catherine is even more complex and intriguing than we first assumed.
You like playing games, don't you?
I have a degree in psychology. It goes with the turf.
Able to use her sex appeal to turn most men into quivering idiots, Ms. Tramell is outrageous and unapologetic.
You won't learn anything I don't want you to know.
Yes, I will. And I'll nail you.
Nah. You'll just fall in love with me.
Number 2. Alex Forrest, Fatal Attraction.
You play fair with me, I'll play fair with you.
We bet most guys wouldn't mind if Alex boiled their rabbits. What's so appealing about this movie, Mistress, is she seems to have it all, at least on the surface.
You're attracted to each other at the party, that was obvious. You're on your own for the night, that's also obvious. You're two adults.
But a quick fling with a married lover turns into a deadly obsession, causing Alex to become clingy and possessive. Soon enough, she snaps, stalks, and blackmails this unfortunate man. But she doesn't want money. She only wants his love and attention.
Don't you think I understand what you're doing? You're trying to move him into the country, and you're keeping him away from me.
And she gets it, but probably not in the way she expected. Before we take a stab at our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I know you weren't yourself when you did this thing. I know. I was you.
What proof do they have?
It died. I'm eating the same cookies that Corey ate.
Who's Corey?
He was your son and my little brother, and you killed him.
Just like you tried to kill us. Here, Mother, our wedding present to you.
Stop it.
Go on, eat it! Eat the cookie!
Xenia, I can't breathe.
How did Emmett damage Georgie? What did he do to make him go so crazy?
Who made what made who crazy?
Number 1, Mallory Wilson Knox, Natural Born Killers.
You still like me now, Jack?
A beautiful mix of crazy and cutesy, Mallory Knox is the devoted and deranged wife and partner in crime of Mickey Knox.
Are you flirting with me?
And in this film, there's nothing she doesn't do, and no line she won't cross. Kill her parents? Check. Slash a man's throat? Check. Go on a multi-state killing spree? Check and mate. A modern-day Bonnie to Mickey's Clyde. But with even less of a conscience, Mallory is sexual and psychotic. A dangerous mix that's hard to resist.
It's the worst fucking head I ever got in my life. Next time don't be so fucking eager.
Do you agree with our list?
No.
Which murderous movie mad woman terrifies you the most? For more psychotic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You think you can break me?